Good morning, YouTube. Alrighty, starting a little early today because we're gonna end a little early. We gotta arrive at the shipper and do all that crap. We gotta focus on that. But and sitting here freezing my cojones off. But I guess it's a part of doing what I do, driving this big behemoth. Being a truck driver, you know, half the time it's about getting there on time, blah 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 blah, you know. So how was you guys' weekend? Mine was eventful, which is freaking fine. I got no problem with it being hey Mike, what's going on, man? I got no problem with it being uneventful. But I called. I really don't want to put his name out there because you got to watch what you say on these things. But I spoke to I spoke to a buddy of mine. I'm gonna be a little bit cryptic because I want to talk about a certain thing that a lot of people don't like to talk about. But it's something that I've learned, it's something that I've witnessed, and something that bothers me to no end. And let me preface this or say this before I say anything. This is just my opinion. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just like doing it. It's a difference of opinion. A lot of people get highly upset. A lot of people, get in their feelings, and they don't, especially women. You guys don't want. Is it in the handbook when you grow up that your mother passes down from one person to the other that you don't want to apologize, you don't want to say you're sorry? Or you made a mistake, or you were wrong? Does it help me out here. And I'm saying that because I've noticed a lot of things, and one of them is I'm trying to be politically correct, but it ain't working. But I'm gonna say it like this. One thing I've learned when I started believing in God and in Christ and everything like that, I'm not stupid. I've learned some things, and I've seen some things, and a lot of the thing about TikTok, the thing about social media, people do homework for you. Like a prime example, there was originally more books in the Bible. There were more books in the Bible. An older version of the Bible is the Ethiopian Bible. I have it. It's brand spanking new. And you know what? I'm going to crack that puppy open when I get home. And I'm going to start reading it from front to end. The Bible that we all kind of hold dear is the King James Bible. And I'm finding out that homie was messed up. He did some messed up stuff in you are the guy that everybody loves, King James, because we read his Bible and we want to follow it to the T. I got a problem with that. It's funny. Hey, Mike, I had 40 people till I started talking about God, and it dropped like a brick. Well, that's okay. I had 40 people. I'm like, what the heck? But a lot of us believe in God and Jesus because we are afraid. A lot of us, don't want to die. I don't want to die. A lot of us believe that we got to do what we got to do because we fear God. I'm kind of different. I do what I got to do because it's the right thing to do. The Bible says it's basic instruction. It's funny you hear that Bible, basic instructions before leaving Earth. And I'm kind of seeing some kind of really, I'm kind of pulled back because of my situation and what happened with me. I had a pastor that borrowed money from me, never paid me back. But did I go against God and say, I'm not going to believe? No. I knew that this man was a human being. I had one pastor that I went to because I was going, I changed my life around. A long time ago, I changed my life around. But guess what? I was the only one that changed my life around. The person I was married to in my first marriage, they thought they were holier than thou. They did nothing wrong. And they were doing a whole lot of stuff wrong. But I changed my life around. I took it to God and asked for forgiveness. I went to Bible study, Sunday school, church functions, choir rehearsal. I did all of that. And I remember I went to my pastor, and I'm like, as pastor at the time, and I'm asking him, good, hey, my wife ain't doing it. Please help me. My wife ain't, she ain't doing right by me. She ain't listening. She hates me. Blah 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 blah. And I remember over and over and over and over and over, and I'm gonna keep saying over and over. He said, pray on it. I prayed till I prayed till I prayed till I was blue in the face. I was a subcontractor for Dish Network and DirecTV, and just nothing was working. And I remember I drove by a truck driving school, and something said pull in there. I remember this is how I became a truck driver. Something said pull in there. And I remember I asked the lady, I said, man, what would I need to do? How much is the school and blah blah? She said, have you lived in Georgia for such a period of time? She said, yes. And I said, okay. I said, well, what do I need to do? She said, well, all I need is $500 down, and the state will pay for your driving school. And the school was like $6,000. But you just need to put a certain amount down today. And the man almost ripped the pants out of my pocket. Long story short, I studied, I worked, and I was done. I was done with my marriage. I was done being treated like crap. I was done. And I got on the road with the notion, you could talk to stupidity. I got on the road with the notion that I'm never coming back. I'm never coming back. And I remember I wrote like 20 or 30, signed 20 or 30 checks. And I said, I had said to the person I was married to at the time, if you have to wait till I get paid, and I will call you and tell you to write the check out. And if you do not listen to me, I am going to call the bank and tell them that my checks were stolen, and you will have nothing. And I remember they wouldn't talk to me while I was on the road, while I was learning, while I was driving. I worked for CRST, and I was eating oodles and noodles and sending every bit home. But I was in my mind, my heart, I said to myself, I'm never coming back. But I still held on to my responsibility. Until one day, and I'm giving you the background of why I believe, to one day that she went off on me to no end, and I said, that's it. I said, I want a divorce. And I commenced to cussing her out for an hour. I was very quiet, very timid husband. I said I had enough. I had enough. And I mean, I went off to the point of I remember she had said, please stop cursing. Please stop cussing at me. And you find out in all of these TikTok stories, all these Reddit stories, that women walk all over men until they finally snap. That's me. That was me. And I remembered, I think a week or two later, my pastor called me. And I remembered, he said, we need to talk, we need to have a meeting between me, you, and your wife. And I said, for what? He said, we need to fix this marriage, blah, blah, blah. She called me and said, blah, blah. I said, hey, man, I prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed like you told me. And nothing happened. She never changed. But now that I've had enough, and now that I put my foot down, you're going to call me? Have you lost your daggone mind? And then I remember he says, as a favor to me, I said, and I cussed this man the heck. I said, you blankety blank, blank, blank. I asked for your help. Now you want to F you and the horse you're behind rode in on. I remember that. And I was so upset. Long story short, went through, got the divorce, blah, 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 was still alone, still looking for, love in all the wrong places, choosing the wrong people, the wrong mates, choosing the wrong people. See, that's the problem with women nowadays. You don't want to accept it. And I'm online with someone on Facebook going back and forth. And I said, look, you're delusional. You're delusional because you don't want to accept the fact that you make wrong choices. I said, and you could, call me stupid. Yeah, I admit I'm stupid. I made so many wrong choices in my life that I'm terrified to make the right choice. And I sat there, and I say that to you guys, I continued to make the wrong choice even after the divorce. And I remember I was with, oh man, I posted online, and I would go by that spot where I was in a major truck accident. I wasn't driving, I had a trainee, and he ran in the back of another truck and almost killed both of them. Mile marker 140 on I-40, I believe it, 140 on I-40 in Little Rock, Arkansas. And I remember that night, I cried myself to sleep. I'm not going to tell you why, but I made the more wrong choices. And I remember that I was about to get up, And a voice in my head said, go back to sleep. And I was like, okay. Minutes later, I woke up to the truck careening off into the median. The curtains on fire. The truck was on fire. I didn't have my glasses. I'm in my drawers, not knowing, screaming, and you know, and not prepared for what was happening. The truck came to a stop. You know, my hand reached in through the curtains and he literally pulled me out of the truck while I was on fire. That voice let me know that there is a God. That voice let me know that there is a Son of God. That voice let me know. But I did not go off the deep end and read and we've got people that will read and memorize verses, and you know, it's on the deacon board and then this board and that board, and it's church on every Sunday, but it is the meanest person you ever met in your freaking life. But you can quote Bible verses. What happened to your faith? Or are you what they call the Pharisees and the Sadducees? Are you, is something wrong with your faith? I know of a church in Cartersville, Georgia. The only thing, there's two churches next door to each other. The only thing that separates them is gravel. And they do not, and I repeat, do not intertwine. Because one is white and one is black. But I thought you guys were, I thought you were believers. I thought you were believers in the faith. See, doing this, I don't know every day if I'm going to make it home. I don't know, will I make it home or if I'm going to make it home. So when I wake up every morning, I'm thanking God for another day. I'm thanking God for another, situation. But you got people that have lived horrendous lives, been beat, been cheated on, and you know, or very promiscuous, male and or female, and they find faith in God, and they go overboard. They go overboard to overcompensate for what they're feeling, not understanding that when you ask for forgiveness, it's forgiven. But you sit there, you think you have a holier than thou life, but you're still focusing and sitting on what you think is faith. This is my opinion. You know, I've seen people in need out here on the road, but I've been ripped off many a times. I remember when I first got out here. I mean, I was like, you know, they'd knock on the door, please, can you help me? My child is Opalopolis disease, and we need money for treatment. And I would break whatever money I had, I'd give to them. I went without meals the first year out here because I was trying to help everybody, and most of them were nothing but crooks. Most of them are nothing but crooks. I've told stories about that many times, but there's one that I'm very very proud of that I walked by this guy in Knoxville, Tennessee. It was a pilot, and I remember walking in the path through a park to get to the Walmart. I had a cart, and I seen a guy. He was homeless. He was setting up for the night with his dog, and I said, you know, this guy didn't ask me for squat. I said, I'm gonna get him some food. I got a little bit of money. I'm getting me some food. I got him a whole chicken. I got like 2 or 3 cans of dog food, a gallon of water, and something else. I don't remember. I got something else. And I remember walking back there, and I walked this, excuse me, sir, I just want you to have this. And he looked up, and he's like, wow, thank you, brother. And I knew that he was in need. I knew that I knew that he was in need and needed help. And I was able to give him help. You know, the funny part about the Bible, the funny part about Christianity, we think that once we have landed the faith or in the faith, a lot of times we think we're untouchable. Do your homework for a lot of these faiths and a lot of these like the Southern Baptists and the Mormons and all. Do your homework. It's scary what you'll find about your faith with man. There's so many different religions, or so many different what's the word I'm looking for? Because they didn't like one thing that like the Baptists or one thing that the Seventh-day Adventists or one thing that they didn't like one thing, so they created another. Someone real close to me is going through something, and I know him, and he will not, and I've picked it up before. He was in other relationships where he was talked down to, and other bad relationships I didn't find out till later on. But I spotted something, and I checked it off and took note. And I remember when we were sitting, and his pastor, which was a famous pastor, said, now you know her. He was about to get married. Good luck. In other words, the way he was wording it, he had reservations, like take a deep breath, don't give up, work at it, you'll break through to this person. And I remember he didn't tell me a whole lot, because guys, we don't ask all those questions. He's going through it with her right now. I think they've been married for about 2 years. And she is highly religious. Very religious. And I can understand that a lot of black women get very religious. And they'll listen to their pastor before they listen to their husband, which biblically is incorrect, which in the Bible is grossly incorrect, even in the King James Version. Because the man is the head of the household, the pastor is the head of the church. And I remember when I first got in faith, that happened to me. Didn't want to listen to me, wanted to listen to the pastor. And I remember my son was crying, and we was in choir rehearsal, and the pastor Said, no, he all right. And I asked my wife, go get him. No, and the pastor kept saying, no, he's all right. Go get him. No, he's all right. And I yelled across the church, get my son. See, we have to, and a lot of times, and again, I'm going to say it because I went through it. You have to demand your position. Why do I have to demand it? If we're both believers now, why do I have to demand that I'm the head of the household? Really? And see, here's the thing. I see Byron. Hey Byron, what's going on? This is why I stay humble now. Because my wife, see, a lot of people, they go through something. We be like, I have to work on myself before I try to. I'm like, nah, screw this. I'm screwed up, messed up, and if you know. And I remember I met Norma, didn't know she wanted to take it to the next level. When I realized it, I was like, oh, I'm screwed up, but I'll work on myself doing this relationship, and realizing she was screwed up too, because she was, she came out of an abusive relationship. So we got two screwed up people that found each other and worked with it. And she would say, nah, you're the head of the household. Said, I understand what you're saying, but you smarter than me with this, so I think you need to be doing that. Don't you think? It's just, oh, okay. Just to sit there, man, I'm the man. No. Faith dictates that the Bible says they shall cleave unto as one. If the right side of my brain is smarter than the left side, I'm going to let the right side handle business. So guess what? I let the right side of my spiritual body handle the business, because I'm on the road and we figure this stuff out. See, but you got a lot of folks, and I asked him, and I said, well, what's going on? I said, is she listening, or is she compromising? And he said, nope. And relationships are give and take. And I warned him, I said, bro, one thing with a black woman that you have to understand, they've been by themselves for a minute, they ain't gonna relinquish that. I don't care how religious they are. Everything irks them. Norma was like that. A little bit of it, she still is. But that's all right. Because when I made the commitment to ask her to marry me, I'm in it for the long run. Because guess what? I check myself daily. I know I ain't I ain't the bee's knees. But I'm very thankful, and I'm very thankful for it. And I don't use my faith as an excuse. I did everything God said to do. But I remember when on the side of the road, in my underwear and socks, no glasses, truck burning to the ground, I didn't say, God, I did everything you told me to do. I said, God, whatever I did, I am so sorry. I remember that. I cried. I was hysterical. Whatever I did, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I can't do this anymore. Whatever I did, I was so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please. I remember that. And I stood by that. Until this day, I never turned from God. I'll go to church, but if you look on Nightbot puts up their Gospel Express Ministries, a good close pastor friend of mine. He takes his sermons and puts them on YouTube. Doesn't have a big following. If y'all can't give him a follow. But I know where he came from, and I know and understand. And I respect him, and he's not looking for notoriety or whatever, but he's just looking to help and save souls. And will correct you. I can tell him anything, and he'll find I can tell him anything. He'll find a way, biblically, to tell me, and it doesn't tell me what to do, but to give advice because I asked for it. I'm getting up in age, and I'm always looking to live the right life and do the right thing. But see, we've got a lot of people, including these Trumpers, that, the Christian right and all of this stuff. And here's my take on it. I don't believe in abortion, but I believe in a woman's choice, and that's between that woman and God. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. And I, as a man, I'm not going to demand laws to change that. Because if you force a woman to have a child that she cannot afford, or that child is going to be sick, or that child's going to have that, and you're cutting back on WIC and cutting back on food stamps and cutting back on this and that, and think about it. Think about it. I know, and trust me, I'm sounding hypocritical because years ago, I should have 2 kids. I only have 1. I should have 2 kids, not 1. And I've regretted that for years, a long time. But I wasn't in the faith. I wasn't in the faith at the time. I had no belief structure. I had no nothing. I had nothing. I didn't believe in anything. Now I just want to believe in being happy. Everybody asks God give me this and God give me that. And I just said, God, I'm tired of being alone. I just want someone to love me for me. And I remember hearing the faint whisper, it's about time. I got something for you. You can hear it like off in the distance. I got something for you. And when I realized it was Norma, man, please. She be swearing I'm a 10. I'm a strong 5. She be swearing I'm a 10, but I'm her 10. And I would never disrespect that. I would never disrespect that. I'm very happy. the thing with, folks being, these truck drivers got women in every, but no, not me. I smell like AZZ 24/7. I ain't got time for that. My faith, I put my trust in God and waited on the Lord, and He delivered happiness to me. And a lot of times we'll be together, we be aggravated or whatever, but I've never been more happy being aggravated with just one person in my daggone life. And I'm good with that. Sometimes you gotta be good with it. You know what I mean? But we overdo our faith to the point of making excuses and not understanding, hey, what did I do wrong? Because if I was so great, Jesus would not have had to die for me. If I was so holier than thou, Jesus would not have died 2,000 years ago for me. Think about it. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but we make mistakes. I don't have to be in charge 24/7. I make mistakes. I own up to them. I know a lot of Bible verses, but you don't hear me telling them because I'm trying to live them. I'm trying to do the right thing because I don't want to mess up these blessings that I got. I'm trying to live the right way because I don't want to mess up these blessings that are coming. Me and my wife have a thing that happened. I forgot. I don't think I hugged her last time. I gotta get an extra hug. Every time I come home, we always hug. And that just lets me know that I'm home again. It lets me know that there's someone there for me. I'm not a strong black man without this strong black woman. Just as simple as that. I'm not whole until I'm back home where she's at. And I truly believe that. I don't take advantage. I try not to. Sometimes, I say the wrong things. Sometimes I be hurtful, and sometimes I make mistakes. But guess what? When I realize I make a mistake, I own up to it. That's the problem nowadays. Male or female, we don't want to own up to the fact that we make mistakes. We don't own up to the fact that we're screwed up. We don't own up to the fact that we can cause problems and not realize it. Sometimes, one of the things is I get lackadaisical or get lazy in my relationship and say, whoa, I'm getting too lazy here. I got to watch that. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting too lazy. I got to watch that. I'm getting myself, you know what I mean? Is it real faith? Are we really believing when we're prejudiced against other people? Is it real faith? Are we really believing when we have it and don't want to help others? Is it faith? Are we really in it when we check ourselves when we get mad? Or we get violent? Do we check ourselves? Wait a minute, why am I getting so angry? Am I still hurt over something? Me starting these lives, I don't know if it's been a year or whatever, a year and a half, I find out I still got a lot of pain, still got a lot of hurt that that I need to get over, so I can stand before God and Him not say, I know you not. I want to be able to do that without any fear. And that's a lot of us are missing out on. A lot of us are missing out. And well, I'm attracted to this. Maybe your attraction is wrong. Maybe your attraction is wrong. And I thank God for the situation. You know, like I said, I told my friend, if you need someone to vent to, I'm here for you. But I know I'm not going to give my opinion. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just going to listen to let you know I'm here for you. Because sometimes we just need to be a listening board. Sometimes we need to just shut up. I think that's the best. I think that's the best way to say it. Sometimes we need to just shut up and listen. Because eventually things will right itself. Eventually. You know, who knows? Who knows? You know? Oh, Jesus. I was supposed to be over there yesterday. I was supposed to be at the shipper yesterday. But
take the exit.
Last night, when I wasn't feeling it, and if I'm not feeling it, we ain't doing it. If I'm not feeling it, we ain't doing it. Can I get an amen? Someone had posted, "Is chivalry dead?" And I'm gonna say yeah. A lot of y'all done messed it up to the people that want to help other folks. There was an article that a guy helped this woman change her tire, and she accused him of sexual assault because he helped her change the tire. If you're not a family member and I don't know you personally, I'm sorry, you don't get my help. You know, I'm sorry, because nowadays, you know, you got the crazies and all these other people out there, you know, I can't do it. I gotta make a choice. I gotta make a decision. Yeah, I'm just saying. Now, if the Spirit tell me to help you, you're gonna get my help. But my instinct, no. My instinct tells me I don't think so. And that's sad. Is that hypocritical? Are you supposed to be a Christian?
In 800 feet, turn left and
well,
you will arrive at your destination.
I'm also a human being. You know what I mean? I know that sounds hypocritical, but I'm also a human being. That it can be afraid of repercussions, afraid of doing the wrong thing. You know, so you got to make choices out of here each and every day and hope that there'll be protection in the situation about it. I don't know. Yeah, to this point I'm rambling.
Now turn left and then you will arrive at your destination.
All right, we are low on diesel. Time to get some gasoline. No, not gasoline, diesel. don't know about you guys, but I
Now turn left
am.
and then turn right.
I'm ready for summer. I'd rather be sweating than freezing. I froze my cojones off again. I'm not gonna put this truck in the shop because the whatchamacallit, the bunk heater is intermittent. But
Now turn right.
when I turn it in, I'm gonna let them know. I'll put it in the shop then. That is annoying. That is so annoying. See that? That's a bus in front of me. You know, when the bus. I wish I had the money like that to own something like that. That's probably $500,000 right there. Let's see here. And I gotta pull in right next to him. Think I'm gonna go inside and buy me some beef jerky. You only see dark? What about now? And it's lit up. I'm talking about that to the left of me.
Then you will arrive at your destination. Oh, you late? Ain't no way you don't see that, Mike. Alrighty. Really? Well, why am I seeing something? I don't get it. But if you guys see a black screen and I don't understand YouTube. I'm doing YouTube live. Hey, it's social media. But Mike, you know that's usually how it is around here. Black screens, no sound. Black screen, no sound. Got it. Trying to figure this bus out. Well, that's how we do. We a hot mess around here. Oh shit. Hold on. Alright, let's see. We need. Bam. Okay. 5, 6, 7.
Exactly. I think this bus probably. Yeah, it's a professional. So he's probably taking someone. Oh, yeah, I see the IFTA sticker. That guy is probably driving around. When you see buses like this in the truck stop, it's probably like a band or something like that, or whatever, you know. Yeah, now I had to get out of the truck. I got to fill up. My diesel's low. That's why I got out of the truck. Oh, hey, oh, okay, hey, Mr. Terry, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. I would sing, but I don't want you to your ears to bleed. Mike knows everything. He was up to $396 from over 100 gallons. I think I'm gonna get some pork rinds and some beef jerky. That stuff getting expensive, but I gotta be munching on something. Hey, Bayou, you working or are you off? I got more stuff. Oh, wait a minute. The pumps are shut off.
Hey guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna run inside. I'm gonna buy me some Popeyes. Be right back. grab you some Skittles, Mountain Dew. I need a sugar rush now. I'm trying to do right. I got some pork rinds and some beef jerky. I could have got hot dogs, but hot dogs out for the same price. But yeah, it is what it is. Pork rinds and beef jerky. What my vice or what I have a problem is peanut butter and what you call it, peanut butter and popcorn. Those are things that they're not, well, peanut butter ain't as bad as the popcorn carbs wise. Let's see here. Hold on, we're gonna get a new address. Back to work. Cold weather. You know, I was reading up on that, Bayou, this cold weather, when your body temperature lowers, yeah, it makes you sleep better. I've been in this thing snuggled under all these covers, freezing like a mother, and I'm like, is that the reason? You know, I mean, it's cold, but I've been sleeping good. I've been taking some the magnesium glycinate. I've been sleeping like a freaking baby. I take 2. The things is just 1. 2 magnesium glycinate, man. That's better than melatonin. It's way better than melatonin.
Turn left to join Interstate 40 toward Interstate 40.
Let's see here. Yeah. Oh. I done got some new stuff because I was watching it on TikTok, but I don't like to be ordering stuff from the TikTok shop. I went on what you call it?
Now turn left to join the highway.
Because again, I am 57, so I got some stuff, saw palmetto, stinging nettle, or some crap like that, and some nitrous oxide booster, and they tell me, oh, it's gonna make you manly man stuff again. Nah, not really. But hey, I see Crooked Peach. Hey, Crooked Peach, what's going on? And but I'll say this, because diabetics go to the bathroom a lot. Since I've noticed in the last, I'm still going to the bathroom at night, but I've noticed I'm going a lot less. I just started noticing that, so I'm gonna keep on taking this stuff to see if that helps. You know, I don't have to go to the freaking bathroom all the freaking time. You know, it is a blessing and a half. So hey, good news. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But the other thing is, if I could stay around 2,000 miles a week, not a halfway decent shape, but it's more of a survival, you know, type thing. You know what I mean? But now, because I be hanging with y'all, I be looking at this stuff like Crooked. I just took some vitamin D, and I got the B. It's called B100, but it's got all the B's in it. And the reason I looked, and I remember I had it. I take that instead of going in the truck stop and buying what you call it, the Monster drinks. Because I know it's not good for you, but if it's helping me to wake up and stay awake, you know, I got to do whatever. But I'm making an effort. I got the B12. And you know, I did that. Oh, I forgot, Mike. I watched your I watched your your last cooking video, which was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I just to let you know, I really enjoyed it. But again, I'm not that kind of person. If you get on me, I'm really kind of sort of not listening. But if you keep on preaching, practicing what you preach, then I'll be like, wait a minute, so-and-so is doing this, why don't I try it out? So-and-so said that they, were healed from taking all this medication, why don't I try it out? You know what I'm saying? See, I was talking about religion earlier, but if you practice what you preach, people see the person that you are. And then they'll say, well, wait a minute, this person they believe in God and they're Christian and they do this and they feed the hungry and blah, 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 blah. Maybe I need to give that a try. I'm just saying. Instead of coming on here and, there's another one on, I think it was TikTok. People just tell everything. You don't need to tell everybody everything. There's one lady got on there and says, my friend mother passed away and she left him $650,000, but didn't leave none of the other kids anything. Okay. My thinking went up. I said, well, what are those? And I said in the comments, there's more to this story. What did those kids do to their mama? Were they the ones that stayed? Were they the ones that continued to live home and mooch off mama all of these years? Are they the ones that robbed mama? Or are they the ones? One or two of them were crackheads and stole from mama? See, a person doesn't just choose to leave one child all of their money, except for there's a reason behind it. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason behind it. I said, no, there's always a reason. And the lady said, well, I told her, the lady said, well, I told my friend, you need to share that with your brother. See, he said he checked me real quick. No. My mother left it to me, I'm keeping it. He said, I will split up the proceeds from the home, but other than that, no, they're not getting it. And if someone checks you that quick, there's something in the story they're not telling. You feel me on that? See, my mother and father spent their life screwing up the family. And in my mother's last years, every year they try to make up with the next generation, try to make up, and my father wound up adopting my crackhead sister's child, and she wound up robbing the family blind. Let the house go into foreclosure. You could have just sold the house and kept the money, but you didn't even do that. You're so stupid. Let the house go into foreclosure. All of my father, all of his keepsakes or anything, my father he had a limousine service. He had pictures of famous people that he took with him. He had a picture with Stevie Ray Vaughan, for Pete's sake. And you guys that know blues know who Stevie Ray Vaughan is. He also had a picture of, and I asked for it, and everybody blew me off. So they all can kiss my grits. After my father passed, they were struggling to make payments on an F-350 King Ranch. My mother could have told me I'd have continued the payments and would have gave her money for it. I would have continued to help her with that truck. But my cousin totaled. This is a $120,000 truck, pickup truck. Totaled it. And they tried to bring me into the drama, saying that I'd say this, and I'm done. I'm done. See, that's what I'm saying. People don't tell the whole story. Good morning. I see, what's that, Kenneth? Hey, what's up, bud? People don't tell the whole story about what has been done in the family household. I finally found peace with my wife, so I don't want to be bothered with nobody else. I've cut them all off. You know what I'm saying? They all got cut off with a quickness. I wake up happy. I go to sleep halfway happy. My hobby, which is buying dead, and my new hobby is buying dead and distressed sod. My turf type tall fescue is green as all get out. Man, the other pallet of dead sod it is starting to green up. I think when I go home next, I'm gonna go over to the Superstar, see what they got. See if I can get me start putting some more now. You know what I mean? Because that's what we do as YouTubers. I gotta tell y'all about my YouTube life. But I gotta start lining up all my video equipment to take on this cruise. Take some pictures, take a camera. I'm gonna do another thing about Royal Caribbean, what I like, my likes and dislikes. I'll ask, but I got to hook up my I got some walkie-talkies, so one for everybody in our group, so we don't lose each other on this mega ship. I bought some hats. They finally made it from China, so hopefully they're big enough for my big head. They finally made it from China. They arrived in New York on Tuesday. I mean, no, not Tuesday. On the 21st. And so I'm gonna be looking for that stuff, and I gotta get ready to start packing and all that goodness. But hopefully. I'm not going crazy because it's only 3 days for me, so you know what I mean? Okay, keep my eye on this road. I hate them freaking Jersey barriers. Yeah, I'm waking up, there's the sun coming up. Thank you for this. Then we start the process again. I could have sat for 2 more hours and got a 34-hour reset, but I was like, I'm sick of sitting. I need to go. See if we can at least make it to North Georgia. I'll be cool with that. I should stop by there. Oh, did I tell y'all? I was bidding on a top dresser that you tow behind. I was going to buy, add to my inventory of stuff I don't need. But this top dresser is powered by hydraulics. And I just happened to notice it, and I went back into the auction and changed it. I was like, whoo, I almost got stuck with that daggone thing. Because with my luck, I'd have won the auction, and I got stuck with it. I've been mad. That wouldn't have been pleasant at all. And my wife would have been like, I told you to leave the daggone auction alone. No. But I put out on Facebook Marketplace, there's a group for, looking for parts for Ryan Green Edge core aerator. See if I need to find those tines and the holders for them. I don't know. So I love it. There's a video of a person saying they were looking for some, complaining about the chicken eggs, how expensive it was, and their friend was like, well, come over to the house, I got a whole bunch of them. He went over to the house and seen them in a big basket, because they have chickens, and they, and they seen the, somebody had, chicken put, they weren't cleaned off yet or whatever. I think the person that had the chickens wasn't cleaning them off, because there's a film on it that I think helps the chickens or something like that, and and they were like, well, it's got doodle. Where do you think these eggs come from? They come from the same butthole where everything else comes. This guy cleaned them up. It cracked me up. I was laughing. I remember I was on the farm. I couldn't do it. Even though I know where the eggs come from. I went to store for it. It's the same thing. Well, they say some country is shipping eggs over here to help bring the price down. I forgot which country that was. I think that's Urban. Hey, Urban. Good morning. Yeah. The snow's gone up here in North Carolina, but it's still 33 degrees. I'm sick of this now. Oh shit. I'm jumping over. I like to have a good distance, because you don't know what's going to happen. This ABS, this can't turn the volume down. Oh well. All right, guys. I done said enough mess for the morning, for the day. I'm gonna shut this down. Coming up next, Wellness for Frugal Mama at 7 o'clock, and at 9 o'clock, Cruising is Fun Anytime and 80 Lugo Studios. Check them out. Y'all have a blessed day. And as always, you don't think nobody loves you, know that I love you and God loves you. And look, learn how to do the right thing. Ain't that hard. Stay blessed, don't be stressed. Deuces.